No one wakes up motivated every single day. The key to success that you're looking for, the thing that's going to make your dreams come true, is simple discipline. It's doing what needs to be done even when you don't want to. Discipline is the single most important thing that you can use when it comes to being successful.
You let the naysayers tell you that you didn't have it. You let negativity surround you. You let doubt and fear control you. You let excuses kill you. Hard times. What do we do? How do we get through it? Do we stress? Or do we take a rest from it? Do we know how to turn it up? Or do we know how to turn it off? You don't know enough about yourself because you believed everything negative about you, but you didn't have the truth within you. You didn't understand that you were made for a reason. You didn't understand that you had power. Ladies and gentlemen, get out there and fight for your life. Battles are meant to fight. You will fight each battle of your life, and some you will win and some you will lose. But if your heart is beating and your brain is functioning and your eyes are open, ladies and gentlemen, get out there and fight for your life. Let the hard work begin. Let the testimony be the testimony. When you are tested, be the testimony. When you have been pushed back even harder. When you feel that you can't carry on, feel within yourself that you are alive and you got a job to do. It is all business, never personal. Not everything you do in life is meant for you. Not everything that you want out of life is designed for you. But there comes a time in your life that you have to just say, let's be patient. Let's take the necessary steps. Let's make a few mistakes. I'm talking about the mistakes that happen throughout life just to get to a common ground. Accept the challenges, but don't give up. So when you're standing alone, make sure you have the right mindset within you to know that, hey, at the end of the day, I must stand. I must work. I must believe. I will fight. I will work. I will push. It's hard. Deal with it. Every day you breathe is a chance for you to live. Every day that you breathe is a chance for you to make a difference. Every day that you breathe is a chance for you to stand up. Every day that you breathe is a chance for you to make a difference within yourself. Every day that you breathe is an opportunity for you to fight. Every day that you breathe is an opportunity for you to let the world know that you are about your business. What you do right now matters. How you pursue your life, how you go further in your life is what you put inside of your mindset and say, I am ready, I must go forward. And if I look back, I'm too distracted to see what's in front of me. Do you have to keep going? At the moment, doubt, you step too far back, and not enough forward, you lose. You will lose yourself because you have given up. You will lose yourself and you will never find your way back because you gave up too soon. You will lose yourself because you didn't think you had it anymore.
I believed that whatever I put my mind to, and if I was willing to make sacrifices and I was dedicated, that I could achieve absolutely anything.
Every time you go back, you're building muscle, you're building mentality, you're building endurance, you're establishing faith. It takes faith to get out of this, to crawl yourself out of a messy history and leave a legacy. It is the man that refuses to quit. It is the man that refuses to put down his gloves that separates winners from wannabes. It is diligence and dedication and determination that separates the all-time greats from the one-hit wonders. Do you want to do this thing one time? Or do you want to be notorious for winning over and over and over again? Your goals are posted on your wall. You commit privately and publicly to the call that's on your life. You think about it day and night. Whatever the goal is, it's time to shatter the ceiling above your head, to break records, to shatter the status quo, to punch through targets. It's your time. It's your turn. You've doubted yourself long enough. People have left you, overlooked you, undervalued you, underpaid you. It's your time to connect. It's your time to get paid. It's your time to sign the deal. It's your time. I just want to know, is anybody listening that wants to do it again? I don't want to win one time. I don't want to be noticed one time. I don't want to make history one time. I want to do it over and over and over again. Do it again, no matter how hard it was. No matter how much you cried and you sweat and you bled. Do it again.
Everybody's great when they're not tired. Because when they're tired, that's when the real champions come out. That's when a real dog come out.
Gotta win tomorrow, win right now. If you're passionate about what you're doing, keep going, keep believing, reach for the stars. It's where I think the real truth comes out. Because I think there are a lot of people who are very talented who can make it there. There are very few people who can deal with the pressure and stress that happens when we're there.
I'm too fast, I'm too skillful, and I'm gonna show everybody out there watching this show and the whole world, and the world will now and admit that I am the greatest of all time when you see what I do to George Foreman.
Maybe it has never been done before. That's perfectly fine with me. But I'm gonna do it.
Never say never. Because limits, like fears, are often just an illusion.
If you look at the greats in any walk of life, the greats do things when they don't always want to. And that's the separation.
And I've always believed like I'm the Michael Jordan of this industry. When I'm on the air, I'm the one that will make you want to hear from me. I don't care who I'm on the air with. I don't care who it is. It does not matter to me. By the time I finish speaking, I am the one that you're going to want to listen to. That's my attitude. You know, unfortunately, when we look at our generation today, not enough people preach about that. Because I think that we live in a society where people have become masters at pointing the finger at other people as to reasons why things don't get done. I think there's too much explanation that goes on.
Everything is always impossible until someone does it.
If this requires 100% and you give me 99, I might want to follow you.
It means you have to be more disciplined than not disciplined. I wanted to be the best I could be, period.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me.
But the bottom line is you ain't getting it done. And if you're not getting it done, I need somebody that can get it done. You want to go with status quo. You're perfectly, fine with flowing along, just get along, safe, secure, whatever. But when you're trying to win, you're constantly looking to get better. I learned that no boss wants to talk to anybody that doesn't have solutions. My philosophy is very, very simple when it comes to my family, particularly, me being a dad. If they're hungry, it's because I'm starving. I don't eat until they eat. I'm not comfortable until they're comfortable. I don't have unless they have. That's the mentality. And that's the mentality that I strictly get from my mother. And so for me, having that kind of mentality, well, what comes with that? What comes with that is a certain work ethic that you have to put forth. And it's a willingness to sacrifice. Am I the most disciplined person in the world? No. Am I the most meticulous person in the world, like some people would believe? No, I'm meticulous enough and I'm disciplined enough. But I think the key thing is that the bottom line is everything. And whatever the bottom line requires is what I'm going to do. If the bottom line requires an excessive level of discipline, I'm going to do it. But to me, it's whatever the moment or the situation demands. And I'm a bottom lines oriented kind of person.
What do you do? How do you live? How do we get through it? You got to stand up. You got to get up. The path that you have chosen was never designed to be easy. Some people want it easy, but I dare you to go the hard way.
And so that challenge that you have to embrace and you have to deal with, that's hard to deal with when you have achieved. You don't work hard to play hard. You work hard to have the ability to play when you want to. But there's a difference. You handle your responsibilities first. And when you work hard and you have that sense of pride, it goes right out the window if you utilize your ethics in the wrong fashion. But when you do what's right, and it's based off of that effort that you put in, then you feel good about it because you took care of your responsibility.
No one can do the things that you do. No one can stand like you do. You have to keep going. You have to be truthful to who you are inside. It was never designed to be easy. Don't give up. Go for it. The question is, how hungry are you? How much are you willing to give of yourself? Because it's really ultimately up to you. You can't sit around and waste time. You can't sit around and determine that everything is going to go your way, because it will not go your way all the time. But I tell you what, if you keep laying around wasting time, time is going to continue to carry on with or without you, because you have already decided to lay in your bed because you were just too tired to get up. It's up to you to make a difference so that you can be a difference maker. It's up to you to be a solution and not a problem. That means you got to be serious and you got to be willing. You got to be dedicated. You got to take that leap of faith. I understand it will never be easy. I understand that I got to work. I understand that sometimes I want to give up, but I will not give up. So while you're sitting around, moping around, blaming everybody for what you're not doing, guess what? Nobody's going to sit around and wait for you to do the right thing for yourself, because it's all up to you. So just get busy. You are on your way. Success doesn't have time for your excuses. Success doesn't have time for your laziness. Success doesn't have time for the person who doesn't truly want to change.
It's your job. And if you can't do it, you scratch, claw, and even die trying. Yeah, I was a pain in the ass. I did kind of complain a little bit too much. But the biggest thing that I remember doing is that I always came to the bosses with problems. I never came to them with solutions. It was always about the problem, never the solution. And I learned when I sat back and reflected on the mistakes that I had made in my career. On far more occasions than not, I have to speak on the issue of accountability as it pertains to the entire sports world. And when it comes to the issue of accountability, I get all of that from Mom. It happened with ESPN when my contract wasn't renewed back in 2008. I was sitting up there, I felt betrayed. I felt ticked off. My mother let me lick my wounds for a couple of days. And then she said, what could you have done better? You sure you didn't do anything? And I thought about all this stuff. I'm like, what is she talking about? This is just not true. This is not right. I work hard. I do this. I did that. And then I started thinking about it. Instead of working around the clock trying to figure out what somebody else wants from you, good or bad, there are moments that crystallizes it for you in your mind. Pay attention and you'll see what they are.
Yeah.
And you'll know what to do accordingly. That is what I believe makes me the best. It's my commitment to excellence for the collective whole. You don't assume that opportunities are waiting for you. You know obstacles are standing at every door.
A man is rewarded in public for what he does in private.
Hard times create tough mass. Tough mass creates tough characters. But you got to carry on. So when it gets tough, you gotta get tougher. When you're standing on your own 2 feet and the storm is coming in, you still gotta stand. And sometimes you just gotta stand alone. Greatness requires work. And hard work is how you get it. You don't give up because it's hard. You don't give up because it's challenging. You don't give up on you. Let the hard work begin.
If you're going to do something in your bloodline, if you're going to pass something down generationally, if you're going to be a light, then sometimes you're going to have to get up when you don't feel like it.
I know that I have to work. I know that I have to believe. I know I have to trust in me. You got to show up. Sometimes we are going to have to just deal with the circumstances and the challenges that we face. You can't be soft. You can't be weak and expect the greatness to come out of you. You can't expect anything good to come out of nothing. If you're not giving nothing, you get nothing. Now get up. Do your work. When it comes to the work ethic, that's when you have to dig deeper. That's when you have to work harder. That's when you have to shut out all the noise and all the naysayers. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you just have to be quiet and listen to your passion. Listen to your heart. Listen to your truth.
What I firmly believed in was, as it pertained to me, was that I always worked hard. I was never lazy. I was always somebody that believed in hard work.
I know you are scared, but turn that fear into fire. We've all been there. We've all been afraid of something. But don't give up. You keep trusting. You keep believing. You keep going. And keep on fighting. It's okay that you fail, but don't think you don't have what it takes. Don't doubt. Don't be ashamed. Trust in who you are. What do we do with the life that has been given? How do we face the circumstances that have been brought before us? Do we give up? Do we stand up? Do we push through? Those are the questions that we ask each and every day when we are faced with adversity. It's okay sometimes, because these things are going to happen no matter how hard you work. But you don't have the right to give up. You don't have the right to give in. And stop playing the blame game and go about your business. When you have been pushed back even harder. I dare you to go down that path that many refuse to go. Pain, passion, focus, faith. You put it together. You will be an unstoppable force.
I got the one in the ring, I'm handling it. And I don't worry about nobody being that good to really hurt me. So if you don't believe it, come down here and try it.
Leave every excuse behind. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Burn the boats. Eliminate the options. You're going in again. And this time, you're coming out with a win. Period. It's if you don't do something the other man is not doing, then you're going to get knocked off. I don't care how many people have counted you out. I don't care how many times you talk yourself out of it. Go back and win.
Despite everything that happened to you, you're still here. And I promise you, my friend, that is no mistake. That's a purpose. A purpose for you to live, my friend. A purpose for you to live a life worth living, don't you get it? So right now, I need you to find a way to keep on living, my friend. I need you to live. 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 Do you hear me? You keep on living, my friend. The darker the night, the brighter the day, my friend. You see, what anxiety loves to do is it loves to add up. What fear loves to do is it loves to add up. What all past trauma loves to do, it loves to add up. What all worry and doubt loves to do is it loves to add up, my friend, into one big fist and try to knock you down until you're gone, my friend. But no, if you keep breathing past the anxiety, you'll make it. If you keep breathing past the fear, you'll make it. If you keep breathing past the trauma, you'll make it. If you keep breathing past the worry and doubt, you'll make it. Let me tell you something, my friend. Because of your downfall, be because of you, nobody else but you. You keep looking around, trying to place blame on things, people, everything else, instead of looking in the mirror at oneself and looking at who caused this in the first place. You close the door on yourself because you are afraid to look within yourself and see who did it, my friend. You are the one, but you have the key to unlock that door.
It's your time. It's your turn. The wait is over. Get up and get back to yourself. We can get so wrapped up in the swirl of busyness, distraction, and noise that we lose ourselves.
You know what, my friend? I think you're stronger than that. And I think you're capable of much, much more. So bring it out. Bring it out every single day that you live on this earth. Bring it out every single day that you open your eyes. Bring it out every single day. Bring out the best version of yourself, my friend, because you still have work to do. I understand, my friend. The pain, it won't stop. The suffering, it won't cease. And it's hard to see. It's hard to see a better outcome for yourself, my friend. I understand. But look, if you just believe, and you keep believing, and you hold on to that belief, brighter days are coming. Weather through the storm, my friend. Weather through the pain. And I promise you, you will come out victorious.
A lot of you really messed up the first 2 quarters of your life. And if you're like me, you gotta believe you got a third quarter and you got a fourth quarter. And after all that's been said and done, every blessing and every battle, every memory, every image of the past, release yourself from the trauma, torment, and pain of it all. Step into your third quarter. Step into your fourth quarter. Be fully persuaded that it's your turn and it's your time. Don't care what the scoreboard says. You have an opportunity. A warrior only needs one more opportunity to reveal to the world that he is more than just a dreamer. You are breathing to win. You are breathing to live a life of abundance. You are breathing to manifest what it is that God has put inside of you. Write it up again, negotiate it again, call back, send the email again, send the text message again. Do not give up. Walk on the court again, run on the field again, step into the arena again. Try it one more time, and after you do that, you're gonna come back for more. You are establishing a new nature, a new protocol, a fresh government of how you conduct business. There are seasons and timetables, and there are rooms I've got to walk into, and there are hands that I have to shake, and there are contracts that I have to sign, and there are deals that I have to close that are going to require me to lose sleep sometimes. And so if I believe in the power of the future, then I got to be willing to get up. Let this be a moment of transformation and motivation. But let this moment not just move you, but change you to take action, go back, and win.
You know, the number one excuse is I don't have enough time. I always tell people there's 168 hours in a week. If you get 8 hours sleep a night, well, there's 50 plus hours gone. You still have 110, 112 hours left. If you work 60 hours a week, you still have 55 hours left to go do what's important to you. So I don't really buy the time excuse, but that's the number one excuse that I hear.
There are too many people in your life who have left you. There are too many people in your life who have counted you out. There are too many people in your life who have whispered in your ear and said, you'll be worse off without them. Prove them wrong. You are not a quitter. You are not a one-hit wonder. You are called to do something great.
It's time to get real. It's time to get raw. It's time to look ourselves in the mirror and come to the resolve that this version of ourselves is not going to carry us in the stretch. That I've been this version of myself long enough that if I don't change, if I don't do something about this, then I'm going to find myself bankrupt.
I'm motivated. I'm dedicated. I'm groomed. I'm conditioned. I'm ready to conquer the day.
When I start off my day by investing in myself, I set the tone for the rest of my life, and everything else falls into place because I've set a precedent that I'm important, that I'm worth it, that I matter. So I tell people, invest in you first, and then you have the energy, the drive, the passion to just uplift everybody else in your circle. We give up too early. And if we just had a little bit of perseverance, if we just worked a little bit harder and just took it a day at a time, our dreams would come true. Physical is the easy part. See, the physical part, all you got to do is show up. If you could show up, again, be all in, ask some questions, maybe we'll add be willing to suffer a little bit into that mix. You will be okay. The psychological preparation, that's a different story. I always say the mind is primary, and I always say that a strong mind is a catalyst for change. When you see the best athletes in the world either perform really well or, on the other hand, completely bomb out, it's because of that muscle that lives between the ears.
We only have so much.
When you see somebody that's successful, your gut reaction is to think they're lucky. They had a great trainer. They had it easy. If I was in their shoes, I could do it too. And the thing that I would want to say is these people work harder than you can imagine. They show up every day. They do the work. They suffer. So when you see somebody on the screen, rather than criticize, be grateful. Rather than try to cut them down, maybe try to learn a little bit from them, because the amount of dedication that goes into that craft, a normal person will never understand.
The secret of change is to focus all of our energy, not on fighting the old, but building the new, and specifically behind closed doors when nobody's looking, when no one is there to affirm you, when nobody's there to validate you, when nobody is there to agree with you. You build in the dark, and you announce it when it's finished.